Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy, the Handmade Homeschooler, and today I'm going to go over the books that I have been reading. I have a new stack to show you guys. Just some good literature, some school, some not, some theology, some novels. It's kind of a really big mixed bag over here, so no matter what you like to read, you'll probably find something in this stack that you would be interested in. I will leave the links down below in the description box for everything, and all of the reviews are mine personally. Nobody sent me these books. I bought all of these books with my own money, and I'm going to give you my honest review. If you haven't yet, make sure that you hit the like and the subscribe button, and down below in the description box there is a link to our free Christian homeschooling Facebook group where you can ask about homeschooling questions or curriculum or whatever else is on your mind that has to do with homeschooling. There's thousands of people there to help you, and it's where we like to hang out all day. I think I want to start out with my absolute favorite lately, and that is the Anne of Green Gables series. So I started reading the Anne of Green Gables series last year. I want to say probably like November-ish. I finally finished the first book, and then I realized it was a series. So I started reading all of the books, and for my birthday recently, my husband actually got me the box set, and I love box sets. Like my heart just gets so happy when all of the covers and everything match. I don't know, it is such a book nerd thing. I don't ask. I have to have all the matching covers. And then I realized when he bought me the box set that there were 8 novels like spanning this thing, and I think actually the first 7 focus on Anne, and I think the last one is one of her children. And then I also realized that this wasn't just about Anne's childhood. When I started reading the books, I realized this is the whole span. This is a story of her life. It spans her whole lifetime. And I thought that was really neat. So only the first book is she a little girl, and then she is a teenager, and then she's going off to college, and then she's getting married and having children, and it's a wonderful series. And these were all written in the early 1900s by Ellen Montgomery, and right now I'm on book 6, so I'm getting all the way through the books. And if you like Anne of Green Gables, you have to watch the 1985 movie series that they have. I got him on the Gazebo app. These movies are so good. They're like 3 hours long a piece. And from what I did my research, and from what I understand, the 3rd movie does not follow the book, which some people love, some people hate. But from what I understand, people usually love both of them. They're just different adaptations. So take that for what it's worth, but I absolutely love it. I am making myself read the books before watching the movies, but I did watch movie 1 and half of movie 2. I don't want to do any spoilers when I watch the movies, so I'm watching the movies very slowly. So the second book I have read lately is The Bronze Bow. This is such a classic book. It is a Newbery Award winner, and let me see what year this was actually written in, because I actually don't know. 1961 is the earliest date that I see in this book. So I did not know this, but this is actually a story about a boy who lived during the time of Jesus being on the earth, and kind of goes through his eyes of things that he's dealing with as a young Jewish citizen during that period. And it's such a really interesting book. I did not expect to like this as much as I did. I was really shocked by this one, especially being a girl. I am reading this one with Teaching the Classics for my youngest, so he's in 6th grade. And we are going through the Teaching the Classics middle school series, and this was on the list. I'm really surprised at how much I loved it. Also, there is something that I want to tell you. If you are like, I want to do Teaching the Classics, but I don't have time to read the books. I listened to a YouTuber read this book to me over the last like 3 weeks. His name is Internet Grandpa. I will link him down below. You guys are gonna love him. It's just this grandpa who is like reading to his grandkids, and he reads the book just like I am looking at the camera right here. He's like sitting on his couch and reading it, and it's just absolutely so sweet, and he brings the stories to life really well. He's a really good reader, and I was just absolutely hooked on him reading these, and each video was one chapter, so I just listened to the whole series over the course of about 2 weeks, and I had this whole book done. So really enjoyed it. Really, really love his channel. Okay, kind of shifting topics a little bit. I got a new book for my birthday that I'm going through. So my friend gave me All of Grace by Charles Spurgeon, and this one's really, really good. If you have someone new in the faith, I feel like this is a really good one to go through. It's really short. You can see it's just a tiny book, so I'm just reading a little portion a day, like one chapter a day. And I can tell you those little chapters, they're only like 1 or 2 pages, but in those 1 or 2 pages, Spurgeon has packed in so much, and it's so rich. So I feel like I read those pages at a snail's pace, but it's because I'm taking everything in. So highly recommend this one. Okay. This one has been really helpful for me as a parent. This one is Productivity by Douglas Wilson. A lot of you might be new to the word plod, P-L-O-D. Plod means when you're plodding along, it means that you keep going even if it's at a small pace. And the idea behind this book is Wilson takes you through ideas of how to keep moving through tasks even if you go slowly. And if you ever look up this author, he has written hundreds of books, and he puts out a new book like twice a month, it seems. He is writing and reading at a crazy pace, and he basically explains like how and why he does that. And I know a lot of us moms are like, I don't have time to read. And one of the tips that he gave me in this was, even if it's just 1 page a day, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes a day, like how many books that could equal up to by the end of the year. So, you know, me giving up scrolling on Facebook for 15 minutes a day helped me get through a lot more books. So, and I'm a book nerd, I really am, but I think with the invention of the iPhone and social media and me becoming a influencer has put a dent in my reading time. So it's one of those things that I think is really important for us as parents, and I have been applying this to other tasks, like, you know, things around the house, things that I have, like goals and things like that. You know, it's not just about reading, this is about goals for your whole life. So give this one a listen. It's on the Canon app, I believe. I'm a Canon app subscriber. I love all the books on Canon. And you can buy like the actual book. We bought the book too. So the last book I'm going to show I got for Christmas. And of course, you know that if you've been around for a while, you know I'm an R.C. Sproul nerd. And my husband got me a new R.C. Sproul book for a Christmas present this year, and this one is The Last Days According to Jesus. This has been such a hot topic lately because everybody has their own views on eschatology, and my views are definitely not the same as most people's are when it comes to eschatology. I was raised dispensational, and it wasn't until about 3 or 4 years ago that I dug deeper into the subject and my views really started to change. Now, eschatology or end times theology is a secondary issue, meaning you can have a brother or sister in the Lord and both of them have completely different views on eschatology, and they're both still brothers and sister in the Lord. It's okay. And it's not one of those hardline orthodox things like the Trinity. You guys are going to think it's weird, but I had never heard of another view of eschatology until about 3 or 4 years ago. So I have been wanting to learn more about it and dive deeper into those subjects so I can understand it more, because I've only ever heard of one view ever since I was little. I grew up on the Left Behind books. You guys remember those? Let me know. Did you grow up on the Left Behind books? When they were coming out, I was still in high school, so like they were a huge deal. This one I'm excited to dive into. I have just barely cracked this one open. I'm hoping now that I have finished the Bronze Bow, once I finish the Anne of Green Gables series, I want to get into this one. This one is my TBR book. It's on my TBR list to be read, so that one's gonna be a fun book to get into. I've already read Douglas Wilson's When the Man Comes Around. That was excellent, like verse by verse breakdown. Excellent book. That is my stack. I hope that you guys have found something in here that maybe you want. I'm hoping that I remember the links to all of these. I will put the Amazon links down below. I'll even put the link to the Anna Green Gables book set that my husband got me. All of the books that he got me in that set with the actual like little case was only like $23 or something. It was really good price, so very affordable, especially if you have girls. This is such a good series to get. I am just absolutely in love with it. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and happy homeschooling.